Hi everybody, this is Karak and welcome to part 3 of our Darksiders Definitive Edition Let's Play. Sorry, keep calling it Darksiders. So we've had some issues here. As you guys noticed, if you watched 1 and 2, there were some sound problems. And I've tracked that down to, well, just this game sucking when it comes to audio. It has problems galore. Noticed it from a couple other people I've talked to. It continues to give me no end of problems. You shouldn't hear much of that right now. It's because I've switched multiple headsets, multiple controllers, and I've been able to minimize it mostly, for the most part, with multiple resets and basically hard reboots of the system. It's only this game. No other game does it. And it crops up mostly within the game's maps. And occasionally, like when you're running, I can hear a little bit of static. Should be much easier to take. Now, why am I bringing all that up? Because during the time that was occurring, I was not aware, and I did 3 walkthroughs additionally to the 2 that you guys saw, resulting in me leveling up. There's 2 ways I could have done this. I could have reset the entire game, played back to where I was when you guys last saw this, or I can just walk through those areas because, frankly, most of it was fighting and a little bit of dungeon delving, but nothing like massive. So I am level 6. I believe I was level 3 when you guys last saw this part of the game. So I did get a couple new weapons. I got a possessed axe, and my pauldrons now fit my shroud I can now wear. However, other than that, there really hasn't been much of a change, and the story has been, frankly, unchanged. It's basically now I'm just going to what is the quest called? Figure out the Shroud of Tears, I think is what it's called. Nothing huge. So we haven't really missed much. But boy, I'll tell you. Yeah, I just heard it crop up there just in the map. It's been a stressful time. This is, I don't do these very often. And when I do, it usually means I'm enjoying the game. And here, lo and behold, I end up liking a game and it's got problems. But I'm going to walk you guys through the areas that I explored as I leveled up, and then we'll get back. Now, as you guys know, we had gone to the right, and we were in the forested area. There was a very small dungeon there, nothing big. Went through that, and so now we were told to go left. And hopefully the main character's here.
What of carven stone?
Ooh, man, that cracking is bad.
Stone of construct sentinels, to be specific. A sad thing destroying what the maker worked so hard to craft. But these days it must be done. You'll find the construct sentinels you need in the Lost Temple. Good luck to you.
Now again, luckily, you're not talking to him a bunch. However, the sad thing is I actually love the voice work and the actors, and to have this constantly marred by audio glitches is just almost unacceptable. And in the Shadow Gorge, there was a chest right here, which I grabbed by blowing it up. And one of the things I had mentioned in my previous run-through is that I really liked some of the overall looks and graphics of things, and this place really does remind me of the Undead Lands in Warhammer, where the other reminded me a little bit of Orgrimmar. And we'll fight some of these guys so you can see what they look like. They're pretty cool. They also spawn or have spawned around them the little prowlers. And if you'll notice, they keep coming, and that's because you have to destroy the Maker. That's what I call it. I don't know what this thing is. And then you can destroy them, and they stop coming back. All right. Like I said, definitely a World of Warcraft undead vibe to it. Didn't go up here. And this is pretty much where I stopped the walkthroughs. The past Let's Plays was right here. The little guys came out of there. All I had to do was blow up one of those levers to the left. And this is pretty much where I left off once I found out that there were problems. And XAA for the razor kick. Somebody was complaining because I wasn't doing enough combos for them. Though I am a combo fan, depending on the game, like Transformers, stuff like that. With this game, I just wasn't, to be brutally honest, I wasn't even thinking about it. And then somebody brought it up, and we're sort of trying to figure out why I wasn't doing them. So they were right. I was wrong. I was just wasn't concentrating too heavily on that as much. I love the look. You know, I wish this wasn't marred by those problems with the graphics or the sounds, because frankly, there's a lot to enjoy with this. You know, I know for a lot of people this is a nostalgia piece, and I am definitely against nostalgia kind of gameplay. Somebody releases a game just purely on nostalgia, hoping that you'll buy it. I think that sucks. One thing that's nice, though, is I've never played this, so to me, it's just a little bit different.
Oh, hello, Fleshling.
He's cool.
I was going to ask who you are, or rather what.
My name is Blackroot, and I am hungry.
For what exactly?
Only the finest stones. I have ways of attracting such morsels, but it has been centuries since any were in reach. I must wait here for my master. I will starve if someone doesn't help me.
Your people stand on the brink of destruction, and you ask me to feed you?
If it isn't too much trouble, take this. It will guide the stone to you, so you can bring it to me. Then I shall eat it with great pleasure, and I will reward you.
What was that creature in the never-ending story that ate rocks? That's what it reminds me of.
I am not like other constructs. In my form, life has taken root. It must be fed, or it will consume me.
How long have you been here?
I have been gathering my strength for centuries, and my roots run deep. That is my problem.
And what about your master?
Of him I do not speak, nor do I remember. He left eons ago. Now I am trapped here.
Wincott just does a great voice, man. He just does a really good job on his voice acting. What? Okay. I don't even know. Shoot it, like with my gun? What now? Sorry, I don't really get what that was trying to tell me. That must not be the stone that he's talking about, I guess. Certainly looked like that in the run up. Maybe we can find a stone over here. Or it might be a main mission. Grab me some boots and an exploding enemy. That crunch of snow sounds so great. Oh, getting excited for Christmas. Man, he always hits me with that. I always don't seem to notice it. I get that for a lot of you guys, this probably looks sort of old, but and it does. But they did a really good job with the artistic styling. Just offset cartoonish style that they used. Fuck, that weapon's unbelievably slow. And here's the delay. Whoa, that's a big delay too. From when I tap it to when he starts the animation is at least a 1/10 of a second. It's longer than that. That's crazy. See ya. That was awesome. Little hammer to the face. Don't think I can get over there from there. I think I have to go through this area. I like how your hammer just disappears. I don't even want to know where he's hiding it. You know, I know what I'm doing. For some reason, I've been leaping into those guys straight. I'm not quite sure what I would... Whoa, what happened there? Man, that is delayed. There we go. Just testing out my block for a second, verify that I'm hitting it right. I think I am. All right. Now we got to figure out this Fountain of Tears situation. Which might be more difficult than I previously imagined. There we go. Well, maybe not. Oh, come on. What the fuck? What about over here, maybe? Am I in the right place? I am. For this, for the mini mission. What the hell? I should be able to get to those. But I cannot. Heading towards the main. I'm just waiting for that crackle to appear. If you guys notice, I'm not talking as much. So I'm just so burned out sometimes on the technical issues, especially as busy as I am. It's just me by myself. So sometimes you just want things to work so you can put out content. And the amount of shit that goes wrong, and it's atrocious, man. It's just... And you can't throw money at a situation like this. If the game does that, it does that. Ooh, there was some frame rate hit. Go, bud. Go forth and find me answers. All right, here we go. The Drenchfort. And if it's anything like the other location, we can expect an absolutely insane amount of spelunking and jumping. It was pretty crazy, that first little cave area. As I noticed, there's no jumping or spelunking right here. All right, here we go. What's that? No, nothing. Thanks for the drink, yo. Just figured I'd try to hit that just in case. Can't grab that like I thought. Looks like we'll probably go straight ahead, but let's see what the bird says. Oh. He wants me to go there, but I can't right now. I don't see a ball to roll around either to get into this hole. So I'm thinking I go here. Guess I don't go onto that, or at least not that way. Oh, here I am right here. Well, I need that ball, so... Okay. Okay. What in the fuck? There we go. Well, that must be the place I want to go, but let's go off the beaten path a little bit. It's going to be a big exploratory area. This is red, so I'm assuming that just means Locticola. It does. They're continuing with that massive architecture look, which I love so much.
See what you can find.
He's probably just going to go straight over there. Yep, okay. Thanks for exploding into sympathy fire. That was awesome. Alright, well that door opens. We'll get to that in a second. Nothing can escape a gun that shoots, well, other guns. That thing is massive. Alright, let's do it. No. What about here? Obviously gonna be some kind of jumping puzzle. Well, there's some of it, I see. Okay, there we go. The architecture is so busy, it's cool, but it can actually lead to a little bit of confusion over what you're supposed to do next. Not a bad way to do things, but requires the thought process. All right. Okay, and there is a chest there. There we go. Gimme! Can't pass up chests. That's what I say every night at the bar. Let's go ahead and go back around. I love how fast his traversal is, though. Boy, that's one thing you don't have to worry about is wasting any time in the traversal of the actual land itself. All right, now we have a moment. Let's see what new weapons we got. Wow, the damage per second just absolutely skyrockets for these. Actually, you know what? We're going to equip this again. We're going to upgrade it using those. Sacrifice. Sure. I know for a fact I don't want these boots. I got my vinyl cover. Okay. Let's continue our journey. One thing I like about these builders, They never saw a set of staircases that they didn't want to make wide enough for like 800 obese Americans to walk side by side across. I love the size of everything. It's just 10 times bigger than normal. All right. Looks like we've got some chest. Yeah. Oh, I walked right by it. You'd think he'd cut himself running like that, I'm just saying. You'd think he'd pull a Jimmy Kimmel and end up half a hand that doesn't work. Let's see what we can say here. We got some boots. That's worth it. That's a big enough change, I think, that it's worth doing. Lost a little bit of another skill, but I think overall it was definitely a trade-off worth taking. Yeah, it looks like a hand weapon, I think. I do like how easy it all is, the sacrificing of the different weapons. Just, you know, I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to figure out. Not one of those things where you spend hours. I haven't got a chance to play Tales, the new Tales of Zenistria, or whatever it is. I have it on the system. One of the things I was told is that this version of the game has an incredibly arcane creation and crafting system. And I like good ones. I like ones that are detailed, but I don't like them when they're just sort of a mess.
See what you can find.
See what you can find. Is he going to fly right back up there? All right.
See what you can find.
See where he goes up in here. That's what I get for trusting a bird. There we go. Look at my combos once again. Got some delays there I haven't been doing. I'll have to remember to do that. Gut check. He looks cool doing stuff. That's for sure. Like, you won't question that. He definitely looks the part. Screw your pottery. Can I get up just right here, or do I have to go onto the other side? Looks like other side, and maybe jump? Alright. Not straight up, though. Dork. Not so much. Not so much with the coolness right there. Oh, probably should check just in case there's something down here. Sometimes. Oh, oh, absolutely nothing. Oh, actually, maybe something. Oh, yeah, chest. Sometimes it helps to fail, doesn't it? That is how we learn. That is how we learn. All right. Okay. Would love to be able to get out of here. Thank you. All right. Well, that was the best failure I've had all day, and I've had quite a few of them. Oh, there's a pause. God damn it. Why does it keep showing me the tutorial? Frustration zone. What is going on? I've already seen the tutorial, buddy. Just let me play on my own. Oh my. Oh my god, that is frustrating. It keeps popping up the tutorial in the middle of when I want to end up loading up the jump button. Wow, talk about frustrating. Thankfully, that didn't continue happening. I remember having a little bit of the same problem in Assassin's Creed Rogue, where for some reason, like, you needed to understand what was going on, but it just, the tutorials were just poorly placed. It happens. This was just one, so it's not a big deal. Back here, and then... Now, if I remember right, I'm going to need a second one. Which is, as usual, can't go up there. Where's the bird? He's right there? Alright. Okay, now the bird's changing locations. He's going here. Okay. Pretty sure I only see one of those. Well, I don't necessarily have to have it in this one first. So... Oh, shit. Can I not get it out of there? Screw your pottery. Go up there. Maybe there's... Down here I'm missing. Okay, there is. Oh, gotta get this. Well, for right now, the only place that looks like I can go or do anything is where the old crow is. He wasn't there a second ago. He's there now. Oh, there we go. Always thinking it's just going to be something small like a treasure. I love my little slide stutter step I do when I roll this. For some reason, I just absolutely love it. All right. Oh, for Christ's sakes. That's bad game design right there. All right. Okay. Imagine if you were one of the species that made this puzzle, hoping, of course, to stop bad guys from being able to get in and take your stuff. But the only thing that really happens is, just as you think you're done, you realize you forgot one thing. And so you have to do all this shit to get back in. Open, says Karak. I love all the different looks of these treasure chests. You found a map of the current area. Excellent. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the walkthrough here, or Let's Play here, because I want to verify that everything's working well before I go too far back into this game, because I am enjoying it. There are things I like. I also need some sleep. Too many reviews. But I hope you guys like these videos. I hope you guys like the reviews. A lot of content coming out for the channel in the next couple days. After the park review that we just did, got some reviews. Of course, Fallout 4 will be one of them. So if you like this video and if you like these kind of things, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Always post your comments in the YouTube channel, and hopefully this will be the beginning of the return of this